Hi, Chasubira here, and I'm really glad to be back after a while. Today I've decided to change the scenery and do it outside, so I hope you enjoy the shot. We've been doing Dare to Dream, and I want to share a few thoughts that I've had recently. So through this season of the pandemic, I've been thinking a lot about how it is so easy to get stuck because the things we're planning to do in this season are no longer doable, or the things we're hoping to achieve, they don't seem achievable anymore. We are in a situation where the plans we have don't seem to have form or root, and we don't always know what to do. I was thinking about how you probably by now realize my favorite characters are the guys who've gone through trouble in the Bible. So I was thinking about Daniel and how he found himself in a place of adversity, but it did not change his dream to know his Father in heaven and to walk with God no matter where he was or how things were going. So then I began to ask myself the question, what did Daniel know? What did he understand? Who was he becoming as a man such that his love for God would override everything else and he would always seek to follow God? He would always seek to follow the plan set out for him. I don't think he knew that in the mind of God, his place was to be like number 2 in the land. I actually don't think Daniel was in that place. But what I do know is that he was committed to continue walking with God no matter what. So here's my supposition. Because he knew who he was and he knew the agenda his Father in heaven had for him, then he would be ballsy enough to choose to continue to walk with that God. It meant that he would deliberately choose to keep his prayer times set no matter what. And even when he discovered that his prayer times would be used against him, he chose to continue with those prayer times regardless of whether people would come and try and get him in trouble because of that. And boy, did he get in trouble. They devised schemes to get him thrown into the lion's den. But we have Daniel serving multiple governors by staying steadfast to his reality and his chosen path of wherever he is serving God. Now let's extrapolate that into daily life. We will never get very far in life if we keep shifting gears and changing plans. What we must keep doing is know the dream. You know the dream you have in your heart, that thing you really, really want to do. Know the dream. And then secondly, chart the path. So like now, many of us had a path of increasing our business by X% in 2020. But with the arrival of the pandemic, a lot of that has changed. There's a lot of uncertainty. However, because you have a path that you had charted, you can adjust. So when you've charted the path, you start walking and adjust for challenges, all right? Now, the dream becomes a reality when you adjust for challenges. So let me take, for instance, the supermarkets. We used to go to the supermarket all the time, right? And then lockdown happened. Now, the supermarket doesn't give up its dream of being a supermarket. It doesn't give up its dream of reaching 40 million people. What it does is find ways to do it. So what have our supermarkets here done? They have adjusted. They have built partnerships. Every supermarket has found a different mobile transport provider or delivery service or something. So Naivas went with Globo, Tuskys went with Sendy, Carrefour and I think Food Plus went with Jumia. What they did was find ways to get the same product to the market. So they set the dream, they charted the path, they adjusted for challenges, and they kept going. When you find it's difficult to keep going in your dream, I would suggest, and I'll do this in depth maybe in another episode, but let's rethink the people around us. Let's rethink our strategies, because the only thing in life that is constant is change. So dare to dream. Dare to take that hope you had in your heart at the beginning of the year and turn it into something absolutely astounding. Dare to be the one to say, this was where I was going. Life is challenging me right now, and I will shift to a different dimension. When you understand that the only thing that has to shift is your execution of the plan, the dream doesn't change, the strategy would, all right? So take your time, go back to the drawing board, refigure your dream. That's what I would challenge you to do today. Refigure your dream and then readjust with whatever strategies you need to do. But whatever happens, do not let go of the dream that God has put in your heart, because in that dream lies a solution for the multitudes. The Lord bless you richly, and see you next time.